there's more in the back. I know red, yellow, green.
Is Coach coming to you?
No. Oral surgery of some kind or something.
Probably not.
No.
Somebody's car
Somebody's
alarm.
car horn.
It's getting louder.
How's it getting loud in the
Somewhere
summer?
down that way.
They drive it off with a stolen car?
Make sure I didn't hit mine.
I think it's coming from that way.
Who knows?
It's off.
Alright.
I ain't flashing.
It's still there. Mine was flashing.
Buddy, you clear?
Sir.
Aaron? Okay, I'm gonna call the Loudon County Commission Workshop to order for March 17th, 2025. We have somebody I'm gonna recognize in the audience tonight. Sarah and Van Shaver have just passed 46 years of marital bliss.
Absolutely blessed.
49 as a couple. And Sarah, you qualified fully for sainthood. Okay,
I'll agree.
general public comments. Remember, it has to be germane to the agenda. Wayne Schnell, you're up.
This had to do with the budget, Wayne Schnell. At the last commission meeting, Mayor Bradshaw made a comment, and it was said that nothing could be done by the commission to stop the school project.
Hold on, that's got nothing on our agenda tonight, Wayne.
No.
You know better than that.
I haven't finished.
Yeah, you have.
No, I haven't.
Show us on the agenda, where it's at.
You got the budget on the agenda.
Not a thing about the school, Wayne.
No,
Not
for
a thing.
141, 2 or 3 on there.
Okay. So I'm not allowed to speak at any of your meetings for anything unless it's on your agenda. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's the
That
rules.
is disgusting.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Pandora.
I'm gonna be disqualified for the same reason, so I'll give my comments to this gentleman from the News Herald.
I'm gonna give my comments to.
Pat Hunter, you're up.
My name is Pat Hunter. I'm a voter, taxpayer, 43 years. And there are a couple of items that I would like to ask questions about. One of them has to do with the 2A, which is the resolution to amend the Loudon County zoning resolution, Article 5 zoning district, section 5.46C1. I would like the current and the proposed verbiage, and also I'd like to know if this has to do with the road standards that have been under review by the county commission and or the planning commission for several months now. The other thing that I would like to comment about is number 3, the budget recommendations. There's no way that a person can ask any questions about this item if it's not disclosed in the packet of information. You would have to attend the budget meeting. I haven't attended the meeting in several months, but we're clearly at a great disadvantage. And I think this information needs to be disclosed so we can talk about it if we want to. The other thing is, the agenda itself. I don't understand as a citizen, as a taxpayer, as a voter, how do we put items on the agenda if our commissioner doesn't want to do that? How do we do that? Do we make the request to you, Mr. Chairman? To the mayor? How do we do that? There has to be a procedure where we can do that, because the TCA, although it does say that it has to be germane to the agenda, it also says that this section does not apply to, item 2, a meeting for which there are no actionable items on the agenda. And workshops would be under that, because there's no actionable item, you will not vote on anything, there are no meeting minutes that are taken. So I think that's a reasonable request. How do we address things that are not on the agenda? Thank you.
Thank you. Jim Jenkins.
Thank you, Commissioners. So item A is a resolution to amend the Loudon County zoning resolution, Article 5, District, Section 5.46, C1 Rural Center District, pursuant to Tennessee Code Annotated Section 13-7-105.
Hang on a minute, Jim, hang on, let him go there. We'll be talking over you there. I'll carry on quiet.
So, as y'all recall, May of last year, we did our Article 5 amendments. And in doing that, the C1, which is a rural center district, it had a provision for single-family duplexes to be in that section. That line was removed out of this section of zoning. Of course, the thought back during that time is there's small segments of C1 and mostly the 4th, there's some in the 3rd, and some in the 1st district, I believe, off Davis Ferry. And so, you know, the thought was if it had a single family on it, even you could rezone that. But it's come to our attention, there is a community, specifically in the 1st district, that all these parcels are substandard even for our zoning districts. And so what happens is, if something were to happen to the single family dwelling, it can't be rebuilt as such. There's no good way of even rezoning those properties to an approvable zoning district. So my thought process was to probably go back into these C1s, which are pretty well confined, small sections of the county, to replace that, to allow the single family, mobile homes, prefabricated dwellings, things of that nature to be an allowable use in those districts. Put back in the setback requirements that were in the previous section of our zoning prior to the amendment. One of the biggest changes were that it seems like in the C1 you might have been able to go down to about a 15,000 square foot lot size if you were subdividing. My thought premise was to, since it is in more rural areas of the county, that if you do have a large enough property to subdivide, that the minimum lot size would be 1 acre, which mirrors our A3 zoning request we see a lot. But this is to allow these dwellings to be replaced. Obviously, you can't gain a loan. Even if you have a standing dwelling, if something happens, a lot of people won't lend on them because they can't be replaced. But that is the reason for this amendment.
We knew when we did the Article 5, with that much change for that many years, we'd find things, and Jim found this one, and he's found these little clusters of C1 that were passed 40 years ago, and they have residences in them. So if we stick strictly like we did our new Article 5, as he said, these people trying to sell a house, well, they can't get insurance on it, because if that house ever burns down, you can't rebuild in a C1. So he's run into several of those sort of little things, just little pockets of them. Nowadays, nobody's going to come in and say, I'm going to build a house, I want to rezone to C1. It's so different now than it was in the 70s and the 80s. So I'm sure that as time goes on, we'll find more of these little issues that we no way could plan for, but this is a good thing to help folks out.
questions.
Any other questions? April 7th will be the next commission voting meeting on the agenda.
Yes, sir,
It'll
please.
be there.
All right, so B through D will be zoning, a resolution amending the zoning map of Loudon County, Tennessee pursuant to Chapter 713-7-105 of Tennessee Code Annotated. B is to rezone from A2 Rural Residential District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 051, Parcel 4609, located at 28374 Highway 95, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 3rd Legislative District. Your agenda says approximately 1 to 1.5 acres only. That was on the application at our planning commission meeting. This gentleman explained that he was trying to request 2 1-acre lots. Planning commission did make that recommendation to approve.
And how many acres is it total?
2. We have amended our resolution based on the planning commission vote.
So I get a new resolution for that one.
You will, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Be on April 7th unless somebody has more questions. C,
This will be to rezone from A1 Agricultural Forestry District to A3 Developing Agricultural District, Loudon County Tax Map 19, Parcel 120, located at 13118 Hotchkiss Valley East, Loudon County, Tennessee, situated in the 5th Legislative District, approximately 1 acre only. This is to create a buildable lot for, I believe he said his son.
okay,
This is mine, Joe's district's down Hotchkiss Valley. It's the George May property. Mr. May passed away. His wife has sold 7 acres, I think, with the original house on it. And the people that bought it are cutting off 1 acre, 2 acre, whatever it is, and want to rezone A3 so he can put his house in there on a 1 acre lot.
Is this the one that's super old house, historic district house? No, okay.
No.
any other comments? 4-7,
Please.
okay, D,
Item D, I'm gonna ask to remove. As I was preparing for the meeting tonight, noticed the parcel information was incorrect on the application. And so what our planning commission heard is this lady's trying to acquire some adjacent property off a different parcel that wasn't identified. And I don't want any issues with that being approved.
We'll have to go back to the planning again too.
I'll take it through planning in April, unfortunately.
A, B, and C will be on 4-7's agenda. D will not. Any other questions for Jim? If not, you're clear for takeoff.
Thank y'all, have a good evening.
Thank you, Jim.
Buddy, before I give it to Aaron, do you have anything you want to say?
Can we announce it now or later, or when? We do it now?
Do it now.
26th, we are having open house.
April.
April 26th, yes. April 26th, we're having an open house at the courthouse. I've always said leave it to government to cram about 3 years of work into 6. But we're having it open to the public. I'm gonna send invites, legislators, or state locals, of course, all of our local elected officials. People can come in and see, and though it has been a while, but they can see the beauty that this thing has become inside. If you've not been in lately, you're gonna be amazed at it. It's absolutely wonderful. So, like I said, we're gonna open it up, hopefully get to work with City of Loudon, maybe close down Wharf Street, or Mulberry if necessary, or Grove. I'll get it right eventually. May not be necessary, may be. Sons of Smoke said for that day, they're even gonna have a whole hog barbecue. They're gonna smoke a whole hog just for them. They expect the crowd to be out here too, so, not free food, but people can eat
10
that.
to 2.
What time?
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
10 to 2.
Rain or shine.
10 a.m. or p.m.
I hope.
I was gonna put it out on social media, but I wanted to let commission know beforehand.
Okay, great, thanks.
I look forward to that day.
It is, they're gonna be, we won't be moved in, but we'll be kinda close to moving in. And that gives everybody time, they can re-inspect it, make sure there's no safety hazards or anything like that, so.
So one of the keys gonna be handed over to the county.
That we're still a few days, even after that date, it'd be, they've got the punch list they're working on now. I mean, it could be 2 days, could be 10, could be,
They have the punch list now?
They're working on part of it now, yes. That was my understanding.
So again, when do you expect us to have the keys? 2 days, 10 days from today?
1st of May.
1st of May.
First of May.
Okay.
There you go.
And we're doing this before they actually move in because there is security concerns, and we do it after they move everything in and start. So we're trying, so some things still may not quite be done when people get there, but I think everybody will have
The
a
gist
good
of it,
time.
everybody be able to see, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing. That's all I have, Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Thank you, and I look forward to April 26th. Aaron, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So these are the items that are recommended by the Budget Committee. There was a consideration of request to increase the part-time line. It's a movement of money from the full-time line to the part-time line in the property assessor's budget for $6,500. So there's no new money in the budget that's gonna be needed. There was consideration of request to approve and accept the following grants: GHSOG in the Sheriff's Office, Homeland Security, and EMA, Petway grants in the libraries. There's an ETHRA competitive grant, which has a match. The Budget Committee has determined that if that grant is secured, that the match will come from the general fund balance.
$25,000 for a $2,700 match.
Correct. Sorry, I should have said that, I apologize.
All right.
Okay, and then there was a consideration to move, okay, this particular item is to, actually appropriate for the matching funds on Riley Drive for the TDOT grant. The funds are gonna be used from the sports gaming tax in the county general fund. And then we've got amendments in the county general fund. There was a clawback portion to the Morgan Olson pilot of $19,611. There was some adjustment in the revenue for the senior center for a current grant. Internet services at the satellite office for the county clerk, a line adjustment, the grant. So overall, the amendments in the county general fund are gonna decrease the fund balance by $23,408. And then there's amendments in the highway fund, 131, it's multiple amendments. The major items that are gonna affect the fund balance are the liability insurance and a portion of the Riley grant, the Riley Drive grant also was coming out of, also was coming out of Highway Fund 131. So their portion is also gonna be adjusted out of their fund balance. Their fund balance is gonna be decreased by $73,269, and I believe that's all. I think there was also a consensus to move the budget adoption meeting to June 30th.
Please.
Is that correct?
I know it's
That's
extra.
right.
I know a couple on there.
23rd. Yeah. So
It
there's
sounded
4
like
that wasn't
there
gonna be
was
able to
quite a
do
few
There's 4 that won't be here
absent
if we do it
ones.
the 23rd.
June 30th.
30th.
30th
Okay.
it is.
Makes it
Here
easy.
the 30th, or he won't be here the 30th.
Is everybody
Which
doing
one?
the 30th? I
30th.
know,
I thought you was gonna be on the 23rd.
No, I said I could be here for the 23rd.
Well, there's 3 gone on the 30th, so I think 3 trumps
No,
you.
3 going on the 23rd.
3 gone on the 23rd. 1 gone on the 30th.
Does it have to be a Monday?
I apologize, I thought it
we have
was,
to finish it by
yeah.
the 30th.
I thought it was the 30th
Could it
you
be
could
the
be here, but anyhow, there's others that
24th?
won't, Satterfield won't be here on the 23rd.
Could it be some time other in that week, or
Sunday at 9
There's a
a.m.
possibility that that could happen.
Well, but what's your entire schedule?
I'd have to see what my wife's, she's already
At
made
least
the
you're honest about
reservation.
it. Well, don't
Yeah.
talk about changing the reservation, just find out what you do have, what's the week that you're gonna be gone.
All right.
Cause I thought you were the same as us that couldn't be here for the 23rd.
No, I told her this is probably when it was gonna be, make it after it. So,
That'd be-
Check your dates and talk to Aaron.
Yes, and then
what he told me.
I'll find out from Mr. Jenkins what his schedule is, and then I'll send out an additional email to try to get a feel for everybody's schedule. How about that? Right now, it's already been placed in the paper with, Tammy's publication of the regular meetings for the whole year, but we can change it, so it'll be fine, all
so
right?
right now it's the 23rd,
Right now, it's the 30th.
the 30th.
30th.
Right
It's
now,
publicized as the
It's
23rd, but
advertised
she's
as
trying to change
23rd,
it
but
to
I
the
think it's
30th.
pretty-
Yeah.
Okay, right now it's the 23rd.
Have you done the whole calendar at this point? Is that what you're saying? You put out the budget calendar?
when I put out the budget calendar in the newspaper, I did not include a few of the last meetings, like the meeting following the public hearing.
Yeah.
And, the one for the budget adoption's already been placed, but I can change that. So, but I wait to make sure that everything's going on schedule before we get to those later dates, before I put them in the newspaper. So. Okay, so everybody.
Motion to adjourn.
Well, hang on, we don't need a motion, but I heard the other day, Aaron, probably correct me, Loudon went through with the purchase of the Center 75 property,
Correct.
and our take of that is 300,000.
Well, you would ask me that.
Well, sure. I meant to ask you in budget, forgot. I think it's a tad over 3.
I don't know the answer to that right now because they brought us the check for the full portion,
How much was the full check? 500?
$504,000 and
Well,
some odd
60% of
dollars.
that's ours.
Well, I have to pay the bills out of it first.
Yeah, we also have to pay the EDA $100 an acre. Is that what it is?
I think it's $200.
$200 an acre? That makes me real happy.
I knew it would.
Speaking on Center 75, has anybody heard anything about the Loco Drive-In permanently closing? That was,
Was your district, you tell us.
well, I'm asking, that's just what I heard.
That'll be a
You
blow.
said it out loud now.
30th is good.
30th is good.
All right.
Reliable source Facebook.
That will be a blow to the community.
Throw that out there.
Hey, that'll be a blow to the county because
I
we're
told her.
getting $200 a month off that thing.
What does the lease say?
$200 a month.
I understand that. As far as reverting back, I mean, if.
I believe it was a 90-day notice. Either team could say, we're out.
Okay.
But now, I don't know if it's true or not. I went and checked the website and stuff and couldn't find anything about any long-range plans.
Well, there you go. I like to start a rumor. There
You
You
just
got it
did,
going.
right on TV.
I'll be ready to show some 30-year-old movies coming up.
Motion to adjourn.
We can't make a motion.
I'm just trying to speed this along.
We're done.
Adjourn.
Can I ask a question?
Too late, already adjourned.
So, I think everybody should have a chance to speak that wants to speak, and I understand it has to be on the agenda. So, moving forward, they just need to contact their commissioner,
Absolutely.
and then the commissioner can put it on the agenda,
Absolutely.
and then they can speak.
Any commissioner can put anything on an agenda.
Okay, but I'm just
Except for the chairman.
clarifying that for Ms. Hunter, I know she asked.
You will have your name on that agenda a lot, looks like.
Maybe,
Well, you said any commissioner, they have to go to their commissioner, or can they go to any commissioner?
that's what I'm asking.
I don't know the answer to that.
I think they can go to any committee.
Some of my constituents don't speak to me, so I don't know if they can talk to me or not, and if they can talk to Joe or not.
Okay, adjourn.
I told you.
We're done.
We're done.
Time to go, Carl.
I'll consider the
Main
commission workshop.
to Carl's for the anniversary?
He's taking us all. We're all going.
We should just go.
Surrounded car.
What's Jim still doing here?
We tried to wait on you, but just didn't work out.
Shut up, dude.